Welcome in, y'all. My name is Evan. I am a 19-year-old loan officer out of Luminate Bank, and today we are going to be going over my first 5 months in the industry. I'm going to be talking about exactly what I have done to build my relationship so far, how this process has started, the emotions as a loan officer, because as we all know, everyone in this industry, it is very tough. It is hard. There's going to be times where money isn't coming in and you have to overcome that and stay strong mentally. So, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about my experience, what I've been through, and I'm going to talk about what I do to bring in business for myself. So, here we go. All right. So the first thing I'm going to kind of go over is what got me into the business, what initially got me started, why I'm in the position I am today as a 19-year-old. So first off, I went to college for 1 semester. I was a college golfer. I learned a lot. I learned about what I didn't want to do for the rest of my life, and that was work under an employer. So I dropped out of college. I actually found a sales role, and I was posting on social media. The only reason I got this opportunity is because the owner of the bank saw my motivation, saw my drive, saw what I was posting on social media, and he reached out to me. He said, "Hey, I'd love to give you an opportunity." And instantly I was like, "I'm there. I'm willing to take this step." And there was a lot of preparation that went with that. He told me how hard it was going to be, how much stress there was going to be. He told me about his experience when he first got into the business, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of persistence, a lot of consistency, and he prepared me for that. So shout out Eric. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the opportunity with Luminate Bank. So that was kind of the start. I dropped out of college, found a sales role, then got the opportunity to become a lender. I got fully licensed, was very quick for me, and then the process started. And pretty much I was on my own. I was told to go out and prospect, and that's exactly what I did. Being in sales taught me a lot about how to speak to people, how to handle objections over the phone, stuff like that. So, that's what I did. I was getting on the phone. I use this app called Retter. If you are a loan officer and you don't know what Retter is, it's RETR. Look into it. If you're with a company, ask them to give you access to it because it will greatly help. You can find any real estate agent in the area. My number one business maker so far has been straight up cold calling real estate agents, pitching my ideas, and pretty much just getting my name out there. As a 19-year-old, it's hard. It's hard. A lot of people don't take me seriously, but I know I can provide different things to the table, and that's the mindset that you should have as a loan officer. You should always be thinking about how can I provide value in other aspects without asking for anything in return. The biggest thing, a lot of realtors, the second you get on the phone with them, the second that they hear that you're a lender, a lot of the time they're just going to think that you're asking for business. You're asking just to become a referral partner, which is not the way you should approach these calls. Realistically, you should be going into these calls and trying to provide value in some way. So for example, for me, throughout my time in sales, I've learned AI. I've learned how to master it. I've learned how to build systems, create tools to make my life easier and also agents' lives easier. So I always pitch AI. I talk about how I can provide value to them using AI, the tools that I've built. I explain what I do. And I don't come off as someone asking for something. I'm always just going out there and saying, "Hey, how can I help you? How can I provide value to you? What can I do for your business to help you succeed?" And that has helped me a lot so far. I've built a lot of connections in my short time in the industry, which has led to me getting applications, me getting closings, and just bringing in deals from that, and also building good partnerships, because a lot of people are just chasing the dollar. They're just chasing the next closed deal, which This is a long-term industry. You want to build relationships that are going to help you succeed long-term, and that's exactly what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the money. I leave all that to the side. Yes, the paychecks are going to come in, but you have to focus on building solid partnerships, solid relationships that you can really dive deep, grow with them, teach them things as you grow, and be able to have that partner that you can rely on down the road, that eventually it's just going to turn into them sending deals because they trust you so much and you've built that solid relationship. So going back to the start, because I got off topic a little bit there. I was 19, dropped out, got into the business. From the start, something that I lacked in, something that I did take for granted at first, was cold calling. I was able to build a few solid relationships off the start just from cold calls. And once I built those relationships, then I kind of set it to the side. I was like, okay, I've got a few relationships. These deals are going to start coming in. Like, I'm good. I'm going to just push these to the side, and it'll start working out because I've got a few relationships built. The worst thing you can do is be complacent in this business. Every single time I've stopped prospecting, applications stopped coming in and I stopped getting opportunities. So you should be minimum 20 voice to voice every single day. You should be talking to 20 people every single day. If that's people in your branch, if that's people that are realtors just contacting you about loans, and if that's prospecting is the number one part. You should be meeting new people every single day. Another thing, you should be getting one meeting every single day. One new meeting. You should be able to go out, sit down, face to face, have coffee with someone, invite someone out to the golf course, go play pickleball with someone, get out there and show your face. This world in 2026 has been so focused on how can I be so efficient and how can I get you over a screen to save time. And sometimes that's good. Sometimes if it works, get on a Zoom call. But how I operate is I want to get face to face with you. I want to be able to learn about your business. I want to be able to help you with your business. And the best way that I can do that is sitting down and having a deep conversation for an hour to 2 hours. That is the best way to do it because you're going to actually be able to meet someone, shake someone's hand, be able to talk to them, not only just about business, but about their personal life, and really be able to see where they're at, see how your values match up to their values. So getting face-to-face with people is super important. That's something that I've always held very close to me. And right now I'm getting a lot of meetings weekly just because I'm staying consistent with my prospecting. Also, another thing, this is something that I thought needed to be perfect, was my script. I thought I needed to have this perfect cold call script that was just pinpoint every single time. When I focus on the script too much, I sound like a robot, and I'm sure you realize that as well. You want to sound like a genuine human being. You want to put points together, put things to follow on your calls so that you stay structured, but you don't want to just sound like a robot and read off a script the whole time, because that's never going to get you anywhere. A lot of realtors, they're going to understand that you're reading off a script. We all have to understand that agents, they are in the business as well. They're in sales as well. They are the ones that we are working with. They understand how we operate. And they are going to be able to tell instantly if you are reading off a script or if you are being genuine. So create something that's built for you. This is something I use with AI, and I'm going to teach you guys something real quick. Claude. Go into Claude. Tell Claude exactly who you are. Break down your communication style. Break down where you work for or who you work for. Break down everything you do, how you operate, what you look like, what your name is, everything. Words to not use in conversations, words that you typically say more. Throw all of this into Claude and teach it like it is a little kid. That is how Claude should operate. You are basically just teaching it who you are, how you work, and then what you do at the end is you say, follow all these rules that I put together and follow exactly how I operate. So then whenever you ask Claude a question, say, hey, follow my rules and follow who I am. Claude, when you create something, it will make sure it follows all your prompts. It will make sure it follows exactly how you communicate. So use Claude. What I would do is go into Claude, say, hey, I'm looking to cold call real estate agents. I'm looking to cold call whoever. Say, break down your situation. Say, I'm looking to cold call these people. Can you build me a few different script ideas showing me exactly how to provide value and not sound like I'm just asking for business? And then explain to Claude, say, I'm looking to build deep relationships that are long-term. I'm not just trying to build a quick referral partner. I'm trying to actually dive deep with someone. Claude will build these things for you. And then what you can do, you can make little tweaks. You can change it a little bit for you so that it works for how you speak. And then what you can do, you can ask Claude to turn it into little talking points. So you can have step-by-step little points to go over during your call. This is what I did. It works perfect. I have scripts that work exactly for my communication style. I don't follow the scripts. I've memorized how they operate, and I just follow the structure. That is all I do. This has helped me dramatically throughout my cold calling experience. I know cold calls are not fun. They're not fun. They're not supposed to be fun. But at the end of the day, you get to meet someone, you get to talk to someone, and you get an opportunity to learn about someone's business that could turn into a long-term connection that could make you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars down the road. So always remember that. Keep prospecting. This is what has helped me in my business so far. I'm going to go into where I'm at now. The beginning was really just learning, prospecting. I'm going to talk a little bit more about how I learned. So something that a lot of loan officers do take for granted as well is they get to a point where they feel like they know enough, and then they stop researching. They stop looking at how their guidelines are. They stop looking at all of the back end stuff that other people don't see but that we need to know. As a loan officer, we are the professional. Every time we speak to someone, we need to know more than they know. And that's just how our job is. We need to operate that way. We need to be educated on what we are doing, because if you get on a phone call, and I've had this happen to me, where I get on a phone call, someone asks me a question and I don't know how to answer it, it brings you down a lot. You don't feel good about yourself and you feel uneducated. So it's always important. Keep learning every single day. Keep studying your guidelines. Ask Claude, what should I be studying as a loan officer? Claude is an amazing tool. I keep referencing it, but it is amazing. Don't go into AI and say, what are these guidelines? It will tell you the wrong thing. Sometimes it'll be right. Go into your database, go into your system, find your guidelines, put together study tools, and just study. Put together an hour a day or 2 hours a day where you can sit down and just study your material, study your guidelines, study your rules, how you operate. You will become a master naturally. If you put the time in, it will become second nature, and you will be able to answer hard questions. You'll be able to answer easy questions. You're going to sound like a professional, and people are going to want to work with you because you know the material and you can give answers quickly. This also goes into communication. If you know an answer, if you're already educated on that answer, you're going to be able to be a quick communicator. You're going to be able to be quick, efficient, and that's exactly what agents want to see. They want to see you quick. They want to get answers fast so that they can send those off right to the buyer if the buyer has certain questions that the agent might not know. So it's super important that you are always quick with communication, and to be quick with communication, you have to be educated on what you're doing. Another thing, this goes hand in hand with communication. Always reply instantly. Don't sit there, look at a text, and then not reply for a couple hours. Agents want to see you reply right away, because what an agent will do, a lot of agents, to be honest, you're not the only lender in their arsenal. You're not. There's other agents, there's other people that they work with, there's other people that they are going to. So what's going to happen is they are going to look at you, They're going to ask you a question. If you don't answer within the first 3 hours, they're probably going to go ask another lender, and they're probably going to be able to give that answer right away. So this is why it's so important to answer quickly, be quick with your communication, be efficient, because it will help you in the long run, and people are going to see that you are actually staying true to your word. Because I'm sure when you talk to agents initially, when you get that first meeting, when you have that first Zoom conversation, whatever it is, a lot of the times you're going to say you're quick with communication. And then if you can't actually show that, agents are going to see that right away, and they're going to be like, okay, this guy isn't true to his word. So always be quick with your communication. Educate yourself. That will help in the long run, and you will be able to answer quickly and efficiently, so agents never have to go to their second option for an answer. So we're going to go a little bit into where I'm at now, how this process and what I've done so far, where it's kind of gotten me. So I'm about 5 months in. I've got a closing coming up in a couple days. I've had a few deals go through. It's been very successful for me so far. I've made some decent money, especially as a 19-year-old. This industry is very tough. This is not an easy industry to be in. I have seen the ups, I've seen the downs. I got in, the rates are higher. COVID, rates were down to 2.3, 2.2, whatever they got down to. People made a lot of money at that time. Now rates are sitting around 6.5. They're sitting at around 6.5%. A lot of people, they think the rates are bad. They think the market's bad, and then they sit back and they're like, okay, the market's bad. My time's going to come when the market gets better. You need to adapt. As a loan officer, you need to adapt. This is something that was hard for me at first, but now I realize this is where the market's at. I have to deal with it. I have to go out and get business, and I have to work even harder because I know that the market isn't great. People that maybe do have a 2.5 rate now, it's going to be very hard for them to want to go and move into a new home and with a 6.5 rate or a 6.25 rate or whatever it is. And they're gonna not be interested. But that's why it's so important that you always go out, keep prospecting, because people need homes. At the end of the day, people need homes. People need a place to live. Renting, you're paying 100% interest all the time, and at the end of the day, interest is the worst thing that you can have. 100% interest is the worst place you can be. You're just paying money to a landlord and never getting anything in return. So building equity on a home is super important, and this is something that I talk with about all of my buyers. Some people are maybe renting, they're paying a little bit less than they would be paying if they were to get into a home, but I have that conversation with them. I'm like, hey, you're renting right now, it costs you $1,800 a month, whatever it is. You can get into a home, be paying $2,300 per month, but you're going to be building equity instead of just throwing money to a landlord that you're never going to see again. And I have that conversation. That's another reason it's always important to be educated on the market, educated on your guidelines, educated on how much it will cost to get into a certain price of home. Because if you can give an answer quick, especially to a buyer, it's going to be very simple, and you're going to be able to educate them, teach them the right way to go about things, which will save you deals in the long run. So yeah, stay educated. Be quick with your communication. It will help you. It will help you succeed. You will be successful if you put your mind to it. A lot of loan officers, if you look at the stats of loan officers, how long they've been in the business, how many loan officers were in the business and are now out of the business, there are a lot less loan officers in the business now than there were 5 years ago. A lot of people aren't licensed anymore. People look at that as a dying industry. The way I look at it is this is an opportunity, because there's a lot of connections that were lost. There were a lot of lenders that lost their partnerships because they got out of the business. So use it as an opportunity. This industry isn't easy, but I know people who are making over $100,000 a month in this industry and are insanely financially free. This can be you. This truly can be you. I'm only 5 months in. I know it's going to be me. I have my affirmations. I know exactly where I see myself a couple years from now. It is hard, but you have to stick to it. You have to stay on the grind. Keep prospecting every single day. It will help you succeed. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching this video. I know it was a lot of information. I'm going to be dropping another one soon talking about how I utilize AI. I'm going to be giving a full breakdown on prompting, how to use it properly. If you are seeing this and you are a home buyer looking to get into a home, shoot me a message. I want to work with you. If you're a lender, you have questions, you want to learn more about my journey, how I've gotten to this point as a 19-year-old, shoot me a message. I want to help you. I want to see you succeed. This business is about providing value to everyone. If you can help someone, that is the best thing you can do. I don't care if it's going to make you money or if it's not going to make you money. Help people. Have the right mindset. Always be looking to provide value to someone with nothing in return, and you will see success down the road. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next one.